Hey guys, so you guys have been asking like crazy for my Big Brother commentary about the finale and the season as a whole, so that's what I bring to you today. Overall, I just want to make a general statement that this was my least favorite season of Big Brother there ever was. I would say it was the worst, but I feel like that's dramatic, but it was the worst. So if you're not up to speed with Big Brother and you're not caught up with the finale and everything, then I probably wouldn't watch this video if I were you, because that's all I'm going to be talking about is everything that happened in the end. So if you don't know what happened, and well, if you don't care, then you can keep watching, but if you haven't watched the finale, then don't watch this video. Okay, so when it came down to, first of all, okay, I just want to backtrack a little bit to the week of Judd and McCrae. That was the worst week I've ever seen in this season. My two favorite people left, Judd and McCrae. First Judd and then McCrae, and I was just like, I have no hope left anymore. Like, there's no hope for anybody decent to win this game. And I don't mean that in like personality. And, you know, I do want to clear something up with some of you who say, you know, it's not a personality contest. It's not about who has the best morals or who's the best person. It's the best gameplay. I think it's a matter of opinion. A lot of people who go into the jury have differing opinions, and that's what makes it interesting. You know, you have one side that thinks that, you know, people who deserve the money because they're not well off in the real world should win, and then there are those who think you have to have great gameplay to win. And I think it should be a balance of both. Granted, some people don't believe that, you know, money on the outside doesn't matter, it's a game. I agree to an extent, but if it's like the final two and there's, you know, McCrae or Aaron or Alyssa, I would vote for McCrae because I know, well, I'm just biased because I like McCrae, but because he would need the money more than somebody else. So I don't know, it's a matter of opinion. So that's my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. I appreciate good gameplay though, however, so that's why I'm somewhat content with the winner of the whole thing, kind of. So that week when Judd and McCrae left, I was so depressed. I was actually kind of numb. I was just like, oh my god, this is like turning out to be the worst season of Big Brother. I just want to say generally that the MVP twist completely messed up the game. I think if they had either A, stuck to it, or B, gotten rid of it completely from the beginning, it would have been better. And I think the twist would have worked had Alyssa not been in the house. Because Alyssa was in there and Rachel's fans were voting for Alyssa, which I am one of Rachel's fans. I follow her on Twitter, but I didn't vote for Alyssa. I don't know, I wasn't a fan of Alyssa. Wasn't a fan of many people in the house. But I think that separately, those two things could have been cool. Having, you know, Rachel's sister in the house and then having the MVP twist. But together, that's just set up for Alyssa to win. And I think that's why she lasted so long. And that's why all the strong players left in the beginning, because of this MVP twist. And I would have loved to see the game played without it, because we would have been able to see maybe Nick make it farther, or David, as much as I hate, actually David probably, he was fine leaving in the beginning, but you know, people like that to make it farther and see what happened. I wonder what would have happened to the moving company had Nick been in the house still. They probably would have ditched Jeremy still because he was a douchebag. Maybe it would have been a little longer lasting, I don't know. The thing with alliances in Big Brother is you have to have loyalty, and I think people forget that and they make side alliances. Because if you guys remember back in season 12, there was a Pepe's playing with his toys over there, so he's like jingling some bells. Back in season 12, back in season 12, the brigade, they dominated, basically, because, I mean, yeah, they lost one along the way, but they made it to final 3 together, and that was awesome. That was probably one of the best alliances ever, besides some previous duos before them and after them, for that matter. That was definitely the best 4 to 3 person alliance that, well, especially in the past like 5 seasons. And they were so successful because they had loyalty, they protected each other. And when it came down to it, McCrae Jeremy, Howard, Spencer, Nick, they all kind of were like, well, if you're being an asshole, I'm gonna leave you behind. Or they were too selfish and said, well, you know, if I'm on the block, sorry, you gotta go. Or they would want to vote with the house. And I hated the unanimous votes in this game this season. It was like, what? Why don't you make your own decisions? Like, that's part of the fun. It took the fun out for America watching. Sure, it kept him safe, but you're gonna go home anyway, like, at some point. Like, you can't prevent it just because you vote with the house. Anyway, so the MVP twist was horrible this season. I don't know, there wasn't any Pandora's boxes, which wasn't bad for me because I feel like that just would have been too much. I thought Gina Marie was gonna get one, but I'm glad. So let me talk about the finale. So final three ends up being Andy, Spencer, and Gina Marie. Ugh, I can't. I was so frustrated, and I was like, Spencer's the last hope. Like, I don't really like Spencer, but he's kind of funny, so maybe he can get it. I don't know. On the other hand, I thought it would be somewhat cool if Andy won, because there's never been a gay winner before. So I thought, okay, well, if he wins, that's decent, because, you know, he'll be the first gay winner, which is cool. But Spencer, I was rooting for Spencer in the end, in the final three. I knew he wouldn't win the competitions, and I don't know, maybe he didn't deserve really to make it to the end because he didn't really do anything anyway, but he ends up being the 9th jury member anyway. I don't know. So then it was Andy and Gina Marie. So then we get to the speeches on finale night. What the hell was Gina Marie thinking? She was dumb. Oh my god, did she not rehearse this at all? Like, most people will rehearse their final speeches before they actually have to do it, and she wouldn't even answer the questions. She would just beat around the bush, and it was just so annoying watching Gina Marie try and talk her way into winning $500,000. Like, I knew as soon as she couldn't answer the first question from Amanda that she was not gonna win, and that Andy was gonna win. 100% fact. I was sure of it. So in the end, Andy does win by a lot of votes, and then we get to the reunion type thing. And I don't remember if it was like 2 or 3 people that they let talk from the other side, meaning the people who were evicted but could go home and watch the season, versus the jury who was sequestered the whole season, the whole 90 days. So they talked to them a little bit. And they were, you know, obviously revealed that they were shocked about things that had happened within the house, with the controversies that had happened with some of the house guests. You know, I'm sure, I mean, they know now, but they didn't know at the time that they had lost their jobs because of the things that they've said. I'm pretty sure they might get their jobs back. Like, I'm not 100%, but maybe they might get their jobs back, because it ended up being not as big a deal in the end. But overall, it's still unacceptable, and it was ridiculous to have to sit through all that junk. So my friend and I were theorizing if next season's an all-stars, which would be absolutely amazing. Why do I feel like it's so dark in here? It's raining. Sorry, the lighting's like kind of weird. Anyway, I'm used to it being like bright right now, and it's like dim. So if next season's All-Stars, which it might not be, it might be the following. I don't know if they'll ever do another All-Stars, because I think that would be really awesome. I was theorizing who might come back. Anyway, my camera died, sorry about that. So if they do an All-Stars, I think that they would bring back McCrae, because in the end, in his interview, he's like, you know, give me my own game without Amanda, because I think he regrets a lot of what happened in the house with Amanda. He ruined his game with her, and he just kind of laid around and didn't do anything. He didn't socialize with other people. There's a siren outside. He didn't socialize with other people, and that really, really hurt his game. So he might come back. As much as I hate to say it, Erin could come back because she was great at competitions, but because CBS and Julie Chen and all of them don't like her, she probably won't come back. My friend seems to think that Amanda would come back. No. And he thinks that Alyssa would come back, and I'm like, no. I mean, maybe Alyssa, but I don't know. I don't think that's fair to bring back another, like, I don't know, celebrity person like Alyssa back I wouldn't call her a celebrity, but you know, like sister of another winner. It's like, it's not fair. Give other people a chance to come back in the game. You know, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. Camera's actually dying, so I really have to wrap this up quick. Let me know if you think next season will be an All-Stars or if the following season will be an All-Stars. And let me know who you'd love to see come back as All-Stars. My favorite person of all time is Evil Dick, but he's been back many times in previous seasons, so I doubt that they'd bring him back. He doesn't even know if he would actually go into the house again, because that's like that's a lot for him, so, but that would be awesome to see. So let me know who you would root for if there was an All-Stars down below, and let me know your overall thoughts about this season. I thought it was pretty bad. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.